Not long after a diss track from Drake hitting the streets, taking aim at Kendrick Lamar and the crew, Rick Ross did not waste any time dropping his own track titled Champagne Moments as a clapback. Ross came through with his track on Saturday, April 13, firing aim back at Drake. This track created some motion, but as I listened to this track along with others over the past few years, I feel none of them leave a mark on the culture. So in this video, I am diving deep into the top 10 illest hip-hop diss tracks ever dropped on wax. I'm going to be talking about the tracks that really shook the game and left a legacy. Tracks like Young Jeezy's Stay Trapped, released in 2005, that took shots at Gucci Mane. Pusha T's Exodus, released in 2012, that took shots at Lil Wayne. I even remember Jay-Z's Super Ugly diss track that took shots at Nas in 2001. Wait, but what about that sneak diss record towards Common? Stay Scheming by Rick Ross featuring Drake and French Montana in 2012. And then we have Lauryn Hill's Lost Ones, a diss record towards the Fugees and Wyclef, released in 1998. Keeping it with the ladies, do you remember when Remy Ma dissed Nicki Minaj with Sheether? If you're keeping it real, I can name off more than 100 songs that sent the culture into shock. But I just want to present to you my top 10. Please feel free to name your top favorites in the comment section below, or pause this video right now and guess what my top #1 diss record will be. I'll even give you 3 seconds to pause the video. Okay, number 10, we are going to start off with Common, The Bitchin' You, released in 1996, a diss record to Ice Cube, taking offense to Common's analogy on I Used to Love Her, which included the line, I wasn't salty, she was with them boys in the hood. Ice Cube dissed the Chicago MC on Mac 10's West Side Slaughterhouse, saying, all you suckers want to diss the Pacific, but you niggas never want to get specific. Used to love her, mad cause we f***ed her, pussy whip, with no common sense. Common quickly retaliated with the Bitchin' You, which reminded Cube that there was no Buster in Common, and that he backed into a four-corner hustler. Common with at Cube labeling the Don Mecca as a washed-up gangster rapper who hasn't made a good album since America's Most Wanted, and taking shots at the West Side Connection. The beef was eventually squashed when Minister Louis Farrakhan intervened and had a sit-down with the two. Number 9, Kendrick Lamar's verse on Big Sean's track Control. Fresh off the heels of his critically acclaimed album Good Kid, Mad City, Kendrick Lamar wasn't about to take a breath. He stole the show on Big Sean's 2013 single Control, unleashing a lyrical onslaught that name-dropped 11 up-and-coming rappers. The response was immediate, with over a dozen response tracks that flooded the scene, and Kendrick gained a whopping 200,000 Twitter followers in the aftermath. Despite Control making waves, it did not make it onto Big Sean's album Hall of Fame. Neither did it hit digital shelves. In an era full of subtle jabs, Control stood out by directly calling out competitors. This sparked a trend, with rappers like Childish Gambino stepping up to the challenge, naming names and throwing down the gauntlet. Kendrick's verse sparked a flurry of responses from artists like B.O.B., Lupe Fiasco, Joey Badass, Meek Mill, and more. Unlike past feuds, this wasn't just Twitter beef. It inspired full-on tracks and freestyles, signaling a shift in how rappers settle scores. It was surely a wake-up call. Keyboard warriors need not apply. Number 8, Cannabis, Second Round KO. Back in 1997, LL Cool J, the OG of hip-hop, called up the new school for his track 4321 from his Phenomenon album. But when Cannabis dropped a line about LL's mic tattoo, things got heated. LL wasn't having it, and he demanded a rewrite. Cannabis complied, but when the track hit the streets, his verse was gone. He got featured on the remix instead, and LL took a shot at him for asking to borrow his mic. Cannabis wasn't one to back down. He came back swinging with Second Round KO, a legendary battle rap that tore into LL. With Mike Tyson on the vocals, Cannabis called out LL for pandering to the ladies, lying about being clean, and changing his verse after hearing Cannabis spit. It was a lyrical showdown for ages. Number 7, Drake, Back to Back. It's poetic how Drake responded to a beef sparked by ghostwriting accusations led to some of the most masterful songwriting yet. Back to Back isn't just a diss track. It's a club anthem, perfectly crafted to deliver knockout blows to Meek Mill while getting crowds hyped. Drake's flow is relentless as he calmly stalks his prey before delivering the fatal blows. Lines like trigger fingers turn into Twitter fingers hits hard, showcasing Drake's lyrical flow. Even while under the influence, Drake's precision and craft in this track is unparalleled. If there's ever a song deserving a Grammy, it's Back to Back. It's a testament to Drake's skill and artistry, proving that even in the midst of controversy, he can still deliver greatness. Number 6, Pusha T's The Story of Adidon. Drake didn't hold back when he dropped his highly anticipated diss track towards Pusha T. Drake targeted Pusha T's love for privacy, taking a jab at his fiancée and their impending marriage. But Pusha wasn't about to let Drake have the last word. In Adidon, he unleashed a relentless barrage of blows, exposing some of Drake's deepest secrets. Pusha T didn't pull back with any punches, revealing an awkward blackface photo, Drake's secret love child, plans for a corporate sneaker rollout to unveil the child, and a baby mama who doesn't fit Drake's good girl image. He even took shots at Drake's inner circle, targeting his producer's health issues and his parents' failed marriage. While diss tracks rarely end careers, Pusha's assault on Drake sent shockwaves through the industry. It forced Drake to address the allegations, resulting in lost deals and a shift in focus on his subsequent album. Even Jay Prince had to step in and do damage control. But what sets Adidon apart isn't just the gossip, it's the sheer quality of the song. Pusha's delivery is impeccable, and lines like "You are hiding a child" hits hard. The flow is tighter than ever, showcasing Pusha's skills as a lyricist. It's a track that will go down in history for its impact and its artistry. Track number 5, Ice Cube's No Vaseline. Following Ice Cube's departure from NWA due to financial disagreements, his former crew didn't hold back on their albums 100 Miles and Running, painting Cube as a traitor akin to Benedict Arnold. Cube dropped No Vaseline, a blistering track exposing Eazy-E and manager Jerry Heller's shady dealings, laced with graphic language and insults. While NWA stayed silent in the face of Cube's diss, the fallout didn't stop there. Critics and activists criticized Cube for his use of homophobic and anti-Semitic language, adding fuel to the fire. Dr. Dre also parted ways with the group and Ruthless Records, citing similar financial grievances. Track 4, BDP, The Bridge Is Over. The feud between BDP and MC Shan and the Juice Crew, famously dubbed the Bridge Wars, ignited with BDP's South Bronx and reached its climax with The Bridge Is Over. This track, packed with memorable lines, served as a final knockout punch. In retaliation to MC Shan's Kill the Noise, The Bridge Is Over showcased KRS-One's reggae-infused delivery, proudly proclaiming hip-hop's Bronx roots. While The Bridge itself wasn't over, MC Shan's career took a hit in the aftermath, solidifying BDP's victory in the legendary battle. Now this one right here is a cheat code, I'm going to warn you. Number 3 and number 2, Nas Ether, Jay-Z's Takeover. In the ongoing debate over rap's top contenders, the battle between Nas Ether and Jay-Z's Takeover remains a hot topic. These two classic diss records ignited a fierce war of words that divided fans into rival camps, reminiscent of rivalries we see in sports. Jay-Z's electrifying performance at Summer Jam, where he debuted Takeover, marked a pivotal moment in the feud, with biting lines aimed at Prodigy from Mobb Deep and Nas's career trajectory. Jay-Z sought to assert his dominance. Meanwhile, Nas, facing personal and professional challenges, rose to the occasion with Ether. With his reputation on the line, Nas delivered a scathing response, reclaiming his status as the greatest lyricist of his generation. The beef between the two rap titans captivated the hip-hop community, with fans eagerly awaiting each retaliation strike. In the end, Ether and Takeover solidified their places in hip-hop history as iconic diss records that showcase the artistry and intensity of rap's most legendary feud. And here we are, number 1, Tupac, Hit 'Em Up. Tupac revolutionized the diss track game with his track Hit 'Em Up, ticking all of the boxes, remixing the opponent's beat, referencing the opponent's baby mama, body shaming, and even dropping a parody video. It seemed like he cracked the code for diss track success. But Tupac took it even further, turning a mere lyrical skirmish into a full-blown East Coast-West Coast showdown. What started as a feud between Biggie and Tupac escalated into a battle between Death Row Records and Bad Boy Records, the top labels in hip-hop. The media frenzy dubbed it the East Coast vs. West Coast War, making it the most sensationalized beef in hip-hop history. Tragically, the aftermath of Hit 'Em Up saw the deaths of two of hip-hop's greatest talents, Biggie and Tupac, in unsolved murders. Their deaths marked a turning point in hip-hop, serving a grim reminder that rap beef, when taken off wax, can have devastating real-life consequences. Now, did my top 10 match your top 10? Let me know down in the comment section. Also, make sure you subscribe to the DJ Pest Podcast. Make sure you ring the bell and tell another friend to follow DJ Pest on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at DJ Pest. Keep it locked right here for more.